After the Lekki Tollgate occurrence, the Lagos state government under the authority of Babajide Sanwo-Olu coordinated that a Lagos State Judicial Panel should be set up which will research and reveal some shrouded realities, pretty much all the occurrences that occurred during the October fight, particularly on the 20th of October 2020 at the Lekki Tollgate. Remember that a complaint about police brutality blew up in the nation in October, where the Nigerian youth required a stop to police severity and the rejecting of Special Anti-Robbery Squad, also called SARS. After the legal board proceeded with interviewing the army representative, General Taiwo of the Nigeria Armed Force showed up before the board to give accounts on the job the Nigerian soldiers played the evening of the Lekki shooting. The assigned general gave all the data he had and also responded to certain inquiries which were thrown at him as he was getting prepared to leave the panel building. While he was on out, there was an exceptionally little dissent going outside the board with a banner written on it, "Free Nicholas Mba," who is accepted to be a youth supposedly captured and kept for as long as a month during the protests. As General Taiwo was moving by, the gathering requested that he go along with them in the protest, yet just said "hey" to them and went his direction. For what reason do you think protesters were permitted into the judicial house? Of course, one thing is that the only thing that they are trying to instill in the you know in the hearts of Nigerian people is fear, and of course that fear is really working. But for how long? For how long? So that everybody will be afraid. Don't say anything. Don't do this. And meanwhile, you are always bold to be suffering. You are always bold to accept anything. Those who or anyone who is already on the floor, on the ground, will not be afraid to fall again. How would you be afraid to fall? What can they do? What is all of those things? Everybody cannot just be afraid. Everybody cannot just be scared. Everybody cannot just be facing the same direction. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, because if really everybody wants to be thinking in the same direction, you see that nobody is going to be saying anything. We will not be complaining of what is happening or things that are going wrong. Everybody just say, okay, if they say A, we are not zombies. We are not zombies. Everybody cannot just be cowed. Everybody cannot just be boxed in. So what do you expect them? So because they say there should be no protest, really, like seriously, where is that done? Where is that done in the first place? Well, some people are of the opinion that the youth are playing with fire. Somebody say yes, that the youth are really playing with fire. There should be a limit to everything. Stop taking your freedom for granted. If army take over the government, it will not be pleasurable to anyone. And I tell you, the lawlessness in this country may make the military think that way. Of course, I think this person is not he's living, it's out of touch. There is no country that will be recognized if army should take control. That is not that is by the way, and it's really cannot even happen. It can't happen. It can't happen. Well, this person is talking about a lawlessness, because this kind of a thing, this act can make the military to be angry and take over the country, and it will not be good for anyone, according to this Bumi Adeyemi. And someone say, keep quiet. Why are you saying like that? So the youth should keep quiet and continue to suffer in silence. Who created the lawlessness? Is the government not responsible for the lawlessness? Nigeria has never had it this bad except in the both regime of Buhari, because we have soldiers. People shouldn't fight for their rights. Why detain innocent protesters? Look, the impunity going on in this government must stop. The soldiers should go and engage Boko Haram and allow innocent protesters. Bruni Adeyemi, are you sure you are still alive with this your comments? I don't know. Are you truly a Yoruba Omoluabi? We are in a global world. The army must be rejected or must be subject to civil authority. Well, please go to school and don't be late, because nothing like a military taking over the country. Are you afraid of military taking over? We are still under military regime under Buhari. if you don't know what to say, Bumi, you better keep mum. Are you okay? They will take over because they are not the major part of your so-called lawlessness. Army can't take over the government again, okay? It's, of course, it can't happen. Um, you mean military can take over? Try to spend more time on a topic, the world politics and governance. Of course, Army cannot just do that again. What's of the old this man talking about or taking arms? What of if the if the old youth should take up arm? How many army person or soldiers as a whole do we have to face them? The real anarchy will come up then. Is Buhari not a military president? As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is ruled by military. Forget it. Nowhere in the world is it anymore. It's not more fashionable for khaki boys to take power. They will vomit that power sharp sharp. The military are unduly pampered here. They have little powers compared to the civilian, to you civilian. It is only the gun that makes their ego. Without it, they are not soldiers. Well, you shall reap what you sow. Whosoever that reap bad will reap bad. If you sow bad, you reap bad. If you sow good, you reap good. Nigeria are sitting on a keg of gunpowder that very soon it will explode. If the situation has degenerated to the point that Nigerian youths are not moving, are no more having respect for the military, are potent. They are potent a grave danger to the security or for the security of this country. Really, the keg of gunpowder has exploded as Taiwo could not resign under that, other than taking such duty of lies that will destroy all he has worked for. It's quite a shame that the platform granted General Taiwo to leave a giant stride by writing his name with a golden pen and the hallmark of fame for right reasons. He just messed up his opportunity to be remembered for his love for Nigeria and human peaceful coexistence. What a shame. So guys, you see that people are reacting differently to what the youth had just done or the protester has just done. I think we are sitting not just on a keg, on a time bomb, on top of a gunpowder. When it comes to this, they will send Southern to take the bullet for them. But if it is the money sharing, no way. Youth do not care if they die or not. Many of them have suffered and their parents too. Okay, do when they had gone through. Okay, so when they have gone through all of those things, you still expect them to be afraid of what? They've seen it all. They've seen it all. Nigeria will explode one day if these old people don't do the needful. They are not even ready to do the needful. And if you could see from the body language of that General Taiwo when he was answering the question, you know that he didn't even know what he was talking about. He was just he wanted to say something. They already planned it, and what he was saying was not even tallying with the reality. The people he was even mentioning are supposed to be invited so that they will be able to say exactly what happened because they were there. Why is it that they were not invited? Why is it that is General Taiwo that was not on ground that is now representing them? So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning the action of the protesters at the panel ground.